Welcome back to Life at the Manor. Bigger the boys, bigger the toys.
Welcome back to Life at the Manor. We are braving the heat and yep, Big Al and I are back in our Manor House attic. And so I thought it was about time that we talked you through the layout. We're currently sitting in the far end room. Right now, I think we're over the billiard room, which looks out onto the main lawn. And I'll talk you through this room and what's in it, and then Al will do the next one because it's easier that way. And to be honest, Big Al knows more than I thought about trains. Anyway, when I sat here, I didn't realise, but like every nook and cranny in this attic, I'm finding more and more trains. So we've got a rather heavy GWR locomotive, more DB locomotives that I'm sure many of you in the comments will know a hell of a lot more than I. 2C66, the Southern Spitfire train. Yeah, got a tram here, locomotive. How cool is that? What's this? 5924. Let me know in the comment section below if you know what that one's called. Anyway, it's about time I show you the layout of this very room. To get into this room, the train goes through these little tunnels, and I think my grandfather designed this to be the English countryside, and he kind of flows the scenery in the whole of this room, going through different bits of the countryside. Now this is one of the stations, and I think we're looking at kind of the 1990s, and I only know that because of the Royal Mail van, and you've got a Morgan, and you've got the post boxes, you've got a radio, television service and model shop, you've got the Crown and Anchor pub, and I'm sure my grandfather loved going to there. And then the back looks really cool with estate agents, Metcalfe printers, the Whittakers, Andertons, Oldfields, Riley and Spencer, another model shop. We've got fish and chips there, which is quintessentially British. And it's really cool when you follow me through. He's also got a beautiful little T. Walton London, one of those little kind of like station stores, like newspaper stores. I have to say, this bit of scenery is definitely one of my favorites. So cool. So we're about 30 centimeters further down the layout, and we've arrived. Sorry, I found this and I thought I looked professional, but realized I don't look that professional. So I'm gonna that was grandpa's, you know. So anyway, this was the track works, the electrics for this side of the room. And where we're building into is the city. Now, Big Al was just telling me about the things there, and I've forgotten what he said. Anyway, we've got WH Smith, we're out of the station, we're in the city, and it feels a bit more like a proper working British city. This all still works, it's all connected, it just needs a bit of a revamp. And then under here, yeah, a whole load of electrics. My grandfather wasn't good at electrics, so I think he got help. Anyway, I hope Al's better at the electrics than I am. Now we've made it to the back of the room, and this has got a little window to a turret, and then you can stand on the turret if you can squeeze through that and look out to the main lawn. But what I really love is my grandfather designed this kind of, it's like the Clifton suspension bridge over a little kind of river with a sailing boat. It's really cool how he's kind of used the window to create light that goes through under the track, and it gives the track another dimension. And this is all with the scenery of British countryside. But he must have spent hours. You've got this guy on a car that's just driven off the cliff. You've got a chap sailing. There's just so much detail, and that's what I love about this whole setup. What makes it absolutely mind-boggling is this is just one tiny part, but there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms, all with this kind of detail. Insane, really. Again, I'm still clearing and sorting. I mean, this has got plans. This has got my, look, my grandfather's writing 9th of March 2009, final solution, power switch. I just never knew how much work he's put in. Anyway, I think that's going to be something I'm going to go through. So we've kind of made it to the bottom left of the railway. Stop, super shell and go, hear the difference. This is the old advertising board. It looks like this is all like 1968, and I love all the detail. This is a gasometer that my grandfather built that was really kind of usual, a Big Al tells me, from steam to diesel. And you've got this lovely canal boat that runs around the back of the scenery. You've got bikes, you've got this lovely rural station. It seems very quaint. Actually, I'm kind of getting transported into this kind of world, which, if I'm honest, the 1968 look and feel, I wouldn't mind getting transported back there. We've got coal to create the steam to go in the gasometer. We've got the bell-in accommodation. We've got some of the passengers waiting for their train. This needs a lot of cleaning up, but the bare bones are there. I've got a little chair here that I think my grandfather used to sit back here and work on this scene. And I was doing a little bit of research, and again, I think this mimics the 1960s, obviously a big era when my grandfather was building this whole thing. But this, we reckon, is North Devon, and we know that because, one, there's a Tarka line through deepest Devon, very much a train lovers tourist piece and poster with the otter there. And I think he's really tried to mimic the Devon theme throughout this scenery here. You've got a lovely church that resembles one that would be in a Cotswold village or Hereford village, and definitely a Devon one too, and it feels incredibly sturdy. I think he took a lot of time building that. And then you've got obviously the junction points here. You've got the stone buildings that, again, 1960s, 1970s. You've got a really old that looks like a 1920s old fire engine. Again, everything needs a little bit of fettling. We've got a beautiful little boat being pulled along, ready to get fixed and sorted, ready to go back on the canal. The canal runs just in front of me here. You've got cows on the pasture, and then you've got the train just below. So you've got this whole different levels of scene, and it just blows my mind how much my grandfather used to spend on these tiny little details that no one would probably see unless you're really looking at it and you're delving into it fully. And I'm learning about trains and model railways, but the more I discover about my grandfather's railway, the more I'm getting into it, the more I'm learning about it, and the more I'm actually getting fond and interested in the whole landscape. And it really does transport you into a different dimension, I think, when you're putting so much time and effort into it. Right, I should probably put the roof back on that. Oh.
A cityscape. Now, he's built a rather large, looks like a 6 or 7 platform station here, and he's called it Swinton Main Central. Now, I don't know whether that's a copy of Swindon or his own made-up place, but it's a pretty impressive affair. Up on the top there, we've got a whole row of shops. Now, he's painstakingly put all these little, I think they're actually cardboard or paper buildings up, but he's created proper street scenes. There's people, there's cars, there's people falling off bikes, there's hitchhikers, there's all sorts. Lots of London buses, so perhaps it's near London, or he couldn't get any other buses. One thing that intrigues me, next to the Railway Hotel, there's a bus here with an advertising on the side, and it says, it's quite surprised me, have you fried Brazil sausages? What are Brazil sausages? Are they a thing? Is it made up? If you've heard about them, let us know. I need to know more. And then it's just full of every single little bits of detail. There's one thing here, I think that is the original from the late 1950s onwards, Mini. Now, as it happens, I learnt to drive in a Mini, and over the years I had every single one of the Minis, but one I've never ever had, and I wished I had, was the Mini pickup. Yeah, a nice thing. Perhaps I'll save up when James ups my wages. It's just another one of those scenes that James's grandfather has built up. He just made it up as it went along, and it became this wonderful exhibit.
Right, Al, we've made it to the bottom of the room. I've joined you.
Before we start, you stood on a box?
No, I've just got heels on.
Oh, oh, it is Wednesday, isn't it?
That happens.
Wednesdays.
So this is what we could call this room. Should we call this room number 1?
That'll do.
So on the layout, this is kind of protruding out. We are currently looking over the main lawn, and this, I guess, is the industrial stations. This is where all kept all the trains. Is that about right?
That's about right. There's lots of big boxes and suitcases underneath here, so with lots in.
Well, we've still got so much to sort out, and I'm not, like, literally, I've cleared out that half in the last train video.
You've cleared it out, but you've moved it from there to there.
Guys!
Yes, Emma, we have moved it from one room to
another.
Anyway, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on to the right, and you're going to talk a bit about the left, and then we're going to see who knows more.
Yeah, I'll
gonna be
just
me.
say that I'm a bit disappointed about that, really.
Why?
Well, I've just got, like, a few houses, and you've got, like, interesting stuff like turntables and anyway, but you talk about that.
Well, you can always correct me.
Well, have we got enough time?
No. So, what's going on here? Are you still in Swinton?
I think Swinton's up there, and it's obviously coming out of the station now and tailing away. All the tracks are sort of merging into a big sweeping bend there. It's got the terraced houses, which are looking slightly, possibly faded from the sunshine from the window. Perhaps we ought to redo those, do you think?
I think we'd be redoing
We could probably
them.
get those, because they'd have been red brick or a buff yellow
Does
brick.
he use a
something like
jigsaw
that.
to kind of cut it out?
I would imagine he could buy these as probably pop out of a card, so they'll be pressed out.
Oh.
In fact, we've probably got boxes of them somewhere.
Probably.
Can you remember where you put them all? That'd be a no.
Yes, in the nursery. And then if we look at this station,
Yes.
it looks fairly modern, but it also looks a bit like 90s or 70s.
Well, I'd go sort of, yes, 70s really. Perhaps that's how, obviously, I'm guessing the original stations are going back to the sort of Victorian times. So that was all there and all the infrastructure's in. So when stations expanded, they expanded out along the length of the railway. And yes, you're right there. That's very sort of 1970s.
Did you enjoy the 1970s?
I don't remember much of them because
You're only about 2.
I was a bit older than that, actually.
Oh,
yeah, yes.
It's because you look so young.
I know.
Right,
I know.
moving on to this.
Yes.
This is, it looks a bit rustic.
It's homemade, shall we say? And if we could understand the layouts a little bit more, it's basically his switch gear so we can operate different tracks, really.
And it all still works. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, there's a few buzzing noises and oh my word.
I'll sort that.
Can you sort that, James?
Yeah, I'll sort that.
Yes, that's if it was mine, I'd rip it out and start again.
And it's so bodged. I just love how bodged it is.
It's not bodged, it's what's called an engineered solution, James.
I love it. Must have spent hours soldering. Soldering.
Yeah, and oh, hang on, treasure.
Hold on.
Oh, I'll tell you what that is.
That's the old Webley special.
Webley.
They're bullets.
They're not bullets, they're air
The
pellets.
ones that I had to take to the blooming prison.
Police station.
Police station.
Oh my God!
No, it's nails, mate.
Little Turks.
It's little track nails.
Look at them, they're tiny things.
Right.
The tin's nice, though. Take it away, James.
Right, we're headed to my factories. I'm going to start off up the front here. So we've got QPONMPLKJIHGEF. That's the alphabet backwards. Just realised that, which is actually harder to say.
Oh, yeah.
And he's named all the different transfers on all the different places to be able to switch, because we've currently got, if I just work it out, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've got a 17 scape of track in just this portion of railway. We've got a turntable here that takes you around the corner. The turntable dial is just underneath, and it still does work. There's power that still goes to it now. And then let's look at the scenery. The scenery is very industrial. It's going for the coal. I still don't know what one of those are.
They, to me, James, look like oil storage containers.
Thanks, Al. Yeah. And this feels very kind of northern Britain.
They had industry in the south as well.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, but but it looks kind of like Sheffield.
Does it? Have you ever been to Sheffield?
Yeah, I've raced around Sheffield.
Have you?
Do you know what?
Go on.
My great grandfather was mayor of Sheffield.
We found some plans, didn't we, of the market hall?
We did
if I remember
indeed.
right,
So I
yeah.
reckon. Do you reckon that's Sheffield?
James, if you want it to be Sheffield, we can make it Sheffield.
I did also spot above us.
Oh,
We've got
paperwork, James.
We've got all the paperwork. The viaduct, so that takes you to the viaduct. The main, the brown MA, the third rail, steam locos, diesel locos were by the turntable, sittings, up main, down main. So this was a bit of a plan. Does that say LK?
Well, that's all your alphabetical bits and pieces, which probably tie up to that. So he's made a plan as to where it was going to go, but it'll take a brave man to work it out.
Right, what have you got for me?
Well, again, boxes of stuff. In particular, I like an old box, bit dusty, super detail, Hornby 00. Let's see what's in this. Wonder how long it is since this has seen the light of day.
Never.
Here we go. Oh, well, that's Shell lubricating oil. And that ties in with, you've got oil storage tanks in the landscape on that one. So that was obviously the idea he was going for, but I love the colours with that. Good old-fashioned Shell oil stuff.
My highlight
Oh, James.
is the Dirt Devil vacuum cleaner. Come on, tell me what era that is.
I would have thought that's at least from I don't know.
Right, on to...
Favourite one. Everybody's got to love a sausage.
So we've made it back to the end of the room. This is essentially the doorway without the door.
Yeah.
And that heads back into the kind of main area of the model railway. Obviously, we've got so much more clearing up to do, and we'll go into that further in a little bit. These were all designed by my grandfather and built by my grandfather to be able to store a lot of the carriages. So we were up to 600 and
Something or other. Yeah, quite a few.
and so he needed areas to store it, and so he's chucked them up here. And then below, again, we're still using that same scenery, which is the more industrial look and feel to this kind of room. And then I love as well what he's done by having the kind of
Arches.
the arches, which I think was designed to go on, like that was under railway.
Yeah, the arches were there as an architectural support to carry the
load.
of the trains and the tracks.
Oh, I've just found a new train.
Oh, that's all right then.
The buffet car.
Oh,
This is the
tea time.
This is the most important.
Absolutely.
This is literally the most important one, and there's literally little tables in it. Anyway, before we go on to Al's, this is how many lines we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've got 14 tracks set up, and they all head under there through the tunnel into the next door room. Hold on.
Nope.
This is quite cool. One, I like how my grandfather was into Verve cliquet, and in here we've still got.
Is there any champagne in there, James?
Sadly not. We've still got all the different bits and bobs, and they all feel quite heavy, made of metal.
Well, that's actually a nice thing. Yeah, that is a die cast. That's a metal one.
We've literally got a whole box.
And
of
what
them.
the best thing about these, James, is look, if I operate that lever, it actually operates the signal.
That is actually quite cool. Not suitable for children. Not suitable for children under 36 months. So Archie won't be grabbing hold of that just yet. I was going to open it.
Yeah, but it's sealed up, mate.
Yeah, but they're all sealed up.
Yeah, it's sealed up, but it can tell what it is. It's not a train, it's a remote control.
Oh, is it?
A point remote control unit.
Oh, I thought it was going to be another train.
Hornby's.
And then underneath, again, like I say, we've got a lot of clearing up to do. Have you found anything interesting?
I've had the most interesting thing ever, and this takes me back to my childhood, in a way. Who remembers these guys? Biros, or ballpoint pens, with multiple colours in. Great, you just do that. Click them in, and you can get the orange one. I remember them right. And what I do remember most about them,
they were so fat.
They were so fat, and they never worked. See, doesn't work. Orange, not having it. Purple, waste of time. Waste of time. Good idea, poorly executed.
Poorly executed.
One thing I did notice while I was on my hands and knees when I found that, because it was on the floor, I thought it was an electrical tester or something, is that, did you know that there's some holes going through the roof and the wall in there? There's some holes, James. We'll look at them another time.
I think we're going to have to look at them another time.
I'll get my head torch out and we'll We'll have a look.
And then we're going back into countryside, which follows on in the next door rooms, and finishing off with the Lily Bank Infant School, which is a kind of school set up there. And we've got a lot of work to do, so we're going to do some more clearing up. But before we do so, let's go off and get some more bin bags.
We need some bin bags and boxes. You can never have too many of either. Come on.
Right, let's do it. After you, my
Thanks,
friend.
mate. I've not been this way to the shop before, James.
Yeah, this is a new way.
Hold on, wait, did you see that?
What was that?
Reverse up.
Oh my gosh. That is a steam train.
It's
In someone's garden.
on a very nicely manicured garden, actually. We can't just go in.
I'm going in.
You can't go in.
I feel like we're cold calling.
We are, but I can see how this is going. You want me to knock on the door because you're not brave enough, aren't you?
Yeah, let's go.
He's got one of those ring doorbells. Is he watching us? It's my policeman's knock. If I was a policeman.
Hello.
Sir. Hello there. I know
Hi.
this might sound like a strange thing, but we've just noticed you've got a steam train in your garden.
Well, indeed, it's the only one in Avening, but
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we were hoping to see a couple. Could you show us around it and we'll have a look and you can tell us all about it, how it got here?
Yeah,
Perfect.
Be delighted to.
This is James Lowsley Williams.
Hi, James.
Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
yeah.
He calls me Big Al for some reason. I don't know why.
He's
not
not
even
even that big.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Well, come and have a look
Let's
at
get
it.
up. Perfect.
Well, this is Harry.
Okay.
Harry's 102 years old.
Wow. He's not a bad nick for 102.
It's showing its age in certain bits, but it was made by a firm called Andrew Barclay in Kilmarnock in Scotland.
Yeah.
I was just up there on the entrance into the wood there one day, and I looked down and I thought, something I've never noticed, having lived here for 20 odd years, was that I'm in dead in line with the drive opposite there, the road opposite there. So I thought, actually, we could probably get a low loader in there. And I thought, I measured it up and I thought, So as it happened, this was advertised at the same time. My wife was poorly then, and I said, we were talking to her, I said, do you know there's a little steam engine for sale? And she said, no, you're not having it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only small.
It's only small.
Yeah, next month it was re-advertised at a lower price. No, I don't think we could. Nah. Anyway, she passed not long after that, and I thought, well, there's no one here now to say no.
Dear. Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun to have Harry here.
And something to keep you occupied and busy, of course.
I bought it. Didn't look like this then, but Julie was arrived. I had friends who helped me lay some track, and it just gently came off the low loader, and there she is.
It's amazing. It's an amazing old thing.
The crew would just be a driver, fireman, and a shunter, and that's why it's got no back on it, so that the driver could turn around and see.
It's been a while since I've been up on the footplate of a steam engine. In fact, never.
Yeah. So you can see where the coal would go. They're quite deep bunkers.
Yeah.
Little door, shovel.
So, all this thing of going up the highlands and just shoveling coal all day, didn't need
Not
the
for
full-on.
this little engine.
Peter, you're speaking about your other engine. What other trains do you own?
1 diesel and 3 steam engines and a traction engine.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's one's too many, two's not enough, I would say.
Exactly.
A bit like beer, I think.
Well, it is a bit like beer, but once you get the bug, unfortunately, there's no known cure.
Wonderful.
Going down backwards, it's always the way.
I remember watching Casey Jones. It wasn't like this on Saturday morning. James wouldn't know who Casey Jones is. No, he's shaking his head. And is it the original colours?
Yes, it's been repainted, but this is pretty much the right red.
Yeah.
And this is definitely the right lining.
It's just amazing on how, like you say, that they're still here and there are people like you saving them.
Yeah, these buffers are actually not original.
I was thinking that. I was thinking, all looks great, but don't look original. Buffers those.
These are what's called BR standard buffers. These were fitted when it went back into industrial use.
Yeah.
Because modern wagons were slightly higher in their wheelbase and needed to have modern buffers.
It's just amazing that everything's so big. You know, it's. I can just imagine you with a big set of spanners this big.
Yeah.
It's great.
So Peter, first off, what was the ambition on having a steam engine in your garden?
Company, and every morning when I open my bedroom window, I see a steam engine and I go, there we go. That's my boy.
What's your connection with the model railway, and how did you upgrade from a model railway to a steam engine?
Well, I've gone from big engines. I remember steam when it was operating up to 68, and then I was 14 when steam finished. And I did a pretty good transition from steam to girlfriends in one sort of move. And then beer came along, and then girlfriends and beer merged quite well. And then traction engine rallies were great because that had girlfriends, beer tents and steam engines. This was really pretty good at this stage. So I was earning then and could see one day being able to afford a steamroller. But in the meantime, I had a little model railway. When I met my future wife, she really wasn't great on model railways, but she was quite happy to have the real thing. So the model railway went, but a traction engine arrived, or steamroller arrived.
And where did your first love for trains come from?
Well, I got an elder brother, and he was a train spotter, and I remember more or less my first waking moment, my parents taking me with my brother train spotting. We lived in Scotland at the time, and I can remember engines going by and sprinkling steam dust on me, and that's where the disease came from.
What did it feel like when your ambition, your dream came true when you had a steam engine in your garden? What was that feeling like?
Well, it wasn't in the garden. first one, this is the only one that's been in my garden. All the rest have been either restored or working on heritage railways. And I particularly like the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. It's a great railway. I've still got 3 engines on that railway that I own privately and hire to them. I'm going up there on Friday to an opening actually of a training centre that I've partly funded.
Wow. Last question, have you got like a dream that you still want to achieve in the train world?
Do you know, I think I'm lucky enough to have done it all, really. I've done a lot of work with heritage railways up and down the country. I was honoured a couple of years ago with the British Empire Medal for my services to steam preservation and heritage railways. And actually, this weekend is the culmination of, I think, my final big project. I might do Harry one day, but final big project, which is sponsoring a training establishment with all kinds of modern communication techniques so that we can train the next generation of steam engineers, men and women, boys and girls, and not only just on railway, but traction engines, steamboats, anything to do with steam, and anywhere around the world.
Great.
Future.
Fantastic.
It is the future.
You heard it here first.
We can do that.
Perfect. Cheers, Peter.
Excellent.
See you again.
Cheers.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Cheers.
Wow.
Amazing.
That was wild. I have never seen a train
In somebody's lawn.
in someone's garden.
And what a nice fella.
Well, he just used so much.
I know. It's been his passion for many years and will continue to be so.
What a lovely guy, and I hope that we can bring him up to our model railway.
I know.
Also, he owns 3 steam engines.
Real ones and a traction engine.
And then the joy of looking out his window and seeing a train in your garden. How cool is that?
All you need. It's all you need.
Well, you never know
What a
what's
day.
going to happen when you go and collect rubbish bins.
Yeah, but we have got a problem, James.
Go on.
We forgot to buy the bags.
Yeah.
Can we turn around?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to have to.
Yeah.
Sorry, Al.
That's okay. It's okay.